little while since I made one of these fascinating screen recording videos, so I wanted to do that again today. Before I talk more about Malcolm X, I wanted to remind you that there is an exam. Now it says it was due on September 30th, but if you didn't do it, you can still. And if you want to understand more about how that exam relates to the autobiography of Malcolm X, you can go to our Blackboard Collaborate section and look at the recordings. And the recordings for today does talk about the exam and tries to explain the logic of the course and the trajectory that we're following. So it'll take a minute for that to load. So let me go back while it's going slowly. First exam, recording in Blackboard Collaborate that will help you through the exam, and then Malcolm X. I've moved the Malcolm X week by week into modules. So this week, the second week of Malcolm X says transformation, and it is supposed to be about the end of the autobiography. However, there are also some other items like this quiz and the transformation quiz that asks you to look at some of these quotes and get some ideas about Malcolm X's rhetoric at the end of his life. The last thing that is not exactly where it's supposed to be, because it's really hard to move things, is for next week, and it's the streamable version of the film. I think that currently this version works better, but as you can see, when I try to move things, it just acts completely crazy. Oh, that one went okay. Then there's nothing left in this folder, so I'll just delete it. Also, about 8 people haven't finished the first exam, about 8 people haven't finished the first paper, but I see lots of drafts saved. So don't be intimidated by the paper. Just submit it, and if you need to redo it, you can redo it. It's not a problem. You can still turn it in. I say around 400 or 500 words, but I don't count words. And it's just a question of defining racism, and you can use Du Bois and Kendi, or you can use Du Bois and Freedom's Journal. There are all kinds of ways that you can do it, and just turn in what you have. If you need to revise it, you can revise it. Don't worry about it. The last thing that I want to show you is a new discussion that's not showing up yet. Give me a break. We have the discussion about Malcolm X and race relations, and we have a new discussion, which you can now see, about the film. And what I would like you to do is to catch a screenshot if you can, or just write the timestamp, and right here the timestamp would be 1:42, to show a particular scene in the film that you want to emphasize or talk about in your response, and it's usually a fun discussion. So I encourage you to do that for some extra credit. There are a lot of points available, but it's not due in 2020. Allow me to fix that for you. And the goal for the exam is to read other people's responses and reply to them. Of course, that means that some of us will have to post pictures and responses. So remember to work on all of these items, and I will be working on the grade book and telling you how many points you have. There's also a fascinating YouTube video that I can link for you, but it is a reminder of my
Hey, Dr. O'Brien here.
grading system.
I just wanted to give you a really simple and quick reminder about what I know is a simple yet kind of unusual grading system. In my classes, you earn points for every assignment that you do, and
so you can watch that fascinating thing on your own time. Please let me know what questions you have or anything I can do to be helpful, and I will talk to you soon.